Today, I'm going to show you a repair where we close a visible gap in flooring. I'll walk you through the techniques and tools used in this job, step by step. This area had water damage in the past. First, because glue can squeeze out later, I apply masking tape along the outside of the gap. This keeps glue off the surface and makes cleanup much easier. Honestly, you can skip this step, but it definitely makes the job look more professional, right? Now, this isn't a case where the boards actually separated. The boards are still locked together, but the corner damage makes it look like there's a gap. We'll clean this up as well. Technically, the very first thing you should do, even before taping, is vacuuming inside the gap. That removes the dust and debris, so the boards can pull back tight. This home was extremely clean, so vacuuming wasn't necessary here, but still, we try to act like pros. This floor is laminate, so I'm using yellow wood glue. I push it deep into the joint with my finger. If this was SPC flooring, you would want to use a plastic or PVC adhesive instead, and in that case, masking tape is highly recommended. Alright, technique number 1, pulling the board with a rubber mallet. Normally, a few light taps should pull the board right back into place, but this one isn't moving. To eliminate even the small resistance from the tape, especially where it touches the neighboring planks, I cut the tape and try again. Still nothing. So my guess is that the floor got wet, dried out, and the boards basically bonded to each other. And that's when the thought hits you. Oh, I'm going to have to remove the baseboards. Great. If this pulls tight, it's a 5-minute job. Once trim comes off, it's at least 40 minutes. This is the rubber mallet my crew and I like the most. The one on the right has much heavier metal back. It's just too heavy to use all day, so we avoid it. Now, we move on to removing the baseboard. This is technique number 2. Before you pry anything, you must cut the caulk line between the wall and the molding. If you don't, the wall paint will tear, almost 100% of the time. Then your small repair turns into a paint job. Angle the blades downward so you don't cut into the drywall. I always use 2 hands slowly and 1 finger as a guide along the molding edge. When you do this one-handed, it's very easy to leave knife marks on the trim, and then the molding needs to be replaced too. This pry tool is something I tried recently, and it's great because it causes very little wall damage. At the start, taping the wall helps protect the surface, and if you see an area where the caulk isn't fully cut, stop pulling and cut it cleanly first. Technique number 3 is pulling the boards tight. A molding bar can pull boards that are close. But boards farther away, you need a pull bar. Once the boards are already tight, continuing to hit them without checking can cause damage. Be especially careful with SPC flooring. Even a small extra impact can crack the edge or cause it to lift. The one on the left is what I use. The cheaper, just bend style pull bar on the right tend to bend very quickly. They might be fine for 1 or 2 repairs, but once they bend, they can damage flooring. We don't use them. Now that everything is tight, I wipe off the excess glue and remove the masking tape. Next, I reinstall the baseboards. This is technique number 4. First, I remove the old nails and clean off any remaining caulk on the top edge. I sometimes use a utility knife, like here, but it's extremely sharp and easy to shave the moldings by accident. Angle and pressure control matters a lot. Honestly, a painter's putty knife is the safest and easiest option. The non-sharp edge is ideal. You might already have something similar in your kitchen, so check before you buy one. Now the molding goes back on the wall. I use a battery nailer, and this Milwaukee model allows fast consecutive shots, which is great. Some DeWalt models have a short delay between the shots. For all-day work, we use a compressor and pneumatic nail gun, but for small repairs like this, a battery nailer is unbeatable for portability. A hammer and finish nails works just fine. Baseboard installation alone could be its own full video, so I'll cover that in detail another time. Next, I apply painter's caulk along the top. This is not silicone, so it cleans up easily with a damp cloth. Silicone versus caulk, that's another full video by itself as well. Now for the final technique, the boards are tight, but the damaged corner still looks like a gap. Modern laminate and engineered wood floors usually have a matte finish, so this wood filler blends extremely well. There are only 4 colors available, so I usually mix 2 or 3. It doesn't need to be a perfect match, slightly lighter is fine. But if it's too dark, it stands out more. With engineered wood or real hardwood, you shouldn't do this directly on the floor surface. Use a backing board underneath. But laminate and SPC surfaces are sealed, so you can simply wipe off with the excess. One important warning here, do not use this filler technique on open gaps. If you try to fill a gap before the boards are fully pulled together, it becomes extremely difficult to make it look clean. I've seen homeowners fill the gaps with glue or filler only to call later because it looks messy. At that point, it's no longer a simple repair like shown in the video. Boards may need to be removed and replaced entirely. Oh, almost got me there. This is honestly one of my favorite and proud moments in this video. No damages. And we even have a live testimonial from the homeowner, even though it's in Korean.
예, 더 쫀쫀해져 버렸어. 다른 데보다. 와.
I've added purchase links for the filler and tools in the video description. Using those links helps support the channel. Once everything is finished, the damage is practically invisible. If you compare the before and after, it looks almost new. I will continue making videos aimed at DIY homeowners, and I hope this helps if you ever want to try a repair like this yourself. Thanks for watching. This is Andrew from Maru Pacific, flooring contractor in Orange County, Southern California.